I went on a date recently. I went to a fertility clinic, which is the most lesbian date in the world. Hello, my name's Leila. I look like this. I use she or they pronouns, obviously. Either's absolutely fine, either's fine. I suppose the general rule that I use for myself is sort of they in the streets, she in the sheets. What a fun time to talk about gender on stage. Can't wait for the comments on this one. Hello. I've never cared about gender. It's literally meant nothing to me my whole life. I think the best way I can describe my childhood relationship with gender is that I went to my 6th birthday party as Snow White because I don't see colour. But simultaneously, when the face painter person came, remember those? You had a little book of all the face paints you could have. Where did they go? I chose to be the Hulk, facially. So I was like Snow White walking around with the Hulk face paint. I thought I looked hard. It did not have the desired effect, because everyone just thought I was Fiona from Shrek. Just not the look I was going for. I went on a date recently. I went to a fertility clinic, which is the most lesbian date in the world. I went with my partner. We went on a bog-off offer for a fertility MOT together, which is mad because I'm not a car. Not sure if she is. No, she's not either a car. We went for this fertility MOT just to sort of get everything checked out, and it's sort of like an awkward thing to talk about. I understand this, but like just to not beat it around the bush. Right. Essentially, it was an intravaginal ultrasound where they get what is a dildo with like a camera on it. You can't buy them. Stop asking me. Little weirdos, right? It's like an ultrasound camera, right? So it's all in black and white like the olden days, right? And I'm sat on like a bed here, and my girlfriend stood here, and we're looking at this screen, right? And essentially there's a nurse down here she gives you a tour of you from the inside. So she's like, that's an ovary there, and that's a doll, where's that from? And then and they're like, this is some goblins, I don't know, like they're just sort of giving you a tour, and we're watching it on this screen, and it felt a little bit romantic. Now, you've got to take the romance where you can as a queer couple, and we're like, maybe one day there'll be a baby in there, that'll be so nice. Anyway, we're sat here looking at the screen, and the nurse is doing a lucky dip, and we look, and just above my ovary, we see what looks like a little sort of romantic cartoon heart shape, right? And we're like, what's that? And I'm like, I don't know what it is. My girlfriend's like, you ask. You always say you're the top on stage. Ask. And I'm like, okay. Excuse me. That heart there, that heart shape just above what is that? And the nurse looked up from my vagina, and she went really grey. And it was an uncomfortable pause. And she said, look, I didn't want to tell you this now, like in front of your partner, like we can talk about this later if you want. I'm like, no. What is it? I want to know what is that? And she said, it's a poo. It's a poo. So we're having a poo, you guys. We're thinking about doing one of those gender reveal parties. And, they have the smoke bombs and just sort of pushing it, and it's brown. And everyone's like, what does that mean? I'm like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Did the poo come out heart-shaped? I'll leave that to your imagination. I've been Leila Navabi. Have a good night.